Hi everybody, today we are here with Patrick.
Hey Matteo, come stai? How are you doing?
Really good, Patrick. So Patrick Windy is one of the most famous and most interesting person related on advertising in online marketing in the last 5, 10 years in the industry, general industry of online marketing, not just related on e-commerce. And today is here with us to have a talk, not to have an interview, but just to have a talk to speak how are the perspective for 2024 related on digital marketing, of course, more related on e-commerce as we are an e-commerce service provider. So
Well,
are you ready?
I'm born ready and I'm very thankful for this opportunity. I'm really happy to share my insights and my point of view on all of these aspects with you. So thanks a lot, HyperSKU, and thanks a lot, Matteo, for the invitation.
Welcome. Let's start saying that I've been to your mastermind. Patrick has a really big mastermind with a lot of entrepreneur related on online marketing, especially on German market, but is of course international. And I've been really interested on all of that are the growth in marketing that you did it. If you want also to tell something about it and about your experience so that the people knows better about you and can understand your knowledge properly.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, where to start? Maybe when I moved to Barcelona in 2016, what I did is I started not only one own e-com store, and not only two, but actually three different e-commerce stores. And I learned the hard way, what is it that actually works and what doesn't. And all three e-com stores in 2016 actually just burned money. And what I learned is, that it requires much more than just bringing traffic to a website, but actually requires the 4 P's of marketing, right? Have the good product at a good price point, a highly converting Shopify page or WooCommerce or whatever, right? And then the 4th P, which is promotion, which is the thing that I somehow dominate pretty nicely. So what I learned is that my strongest expertise is in the 4th P of promotion, of marketing. And so I stopped with my own e-com stores, started working with one of the biggest e-com stores back then here in Spain. It's called Meller, selling watches and sunglasses. Helped them as their Facebook in-house marketer together with the team of 6 people to scale to 8 figures. Investing high 7 figures also on Facebook and Instagram ads. And that's what made me somehow, well known inside the bubble here in Spain. So people started contacting me and said like, hey, I also want to sell whatever fashion products or other accessories. Can you help us? Can you show us how you scale that brand to 8 figures? How did you do that? How did you run the ads for them? Let's show the structure. So I started a consulting business out of that. Did that for a couple of years, worked with really big brands like ASICS, Desigual, Havaianas, like really famous multinational e-com, big brands that also sell online a lot. I also worked with England Folkers, with Ogilvy, with Havas Media, so with really big brands. And what I learned is what I did in all these consulting sessions, the content I shared with them was many times the same. Okay, so I prepared a PowerPoint presentation, I prepared a content on how to structure their audiences, how to, create really high converting ad copy, all of these things. And then I thought, well, wouldn't it be more efficient if I would just record some videos up front, send them to my clients, and then I just answer the questions. So that's what I did in 2018, 2019. I recorded all the content, or I think back then was really the top-notch Facebook ads online course that was out there in the global market. So I had my own digital product, right? I was not just doing consulting, but I had my video course, which I sold for 800 euros. And yeah, we reached plenty of students with that. I made a 7-figure business only out of these online courses. And I became pretty famous also thanks to this Forbes nomination. So according to Forbes, I'm one of the 30 most influential marketers here in Europe. And that helped me also a lot to be well positioned as a Facebook ads expert. But then in 2020, with this iOS 14 update, it became much more difficult to scale Facebook and Instagram ads than it was before. So CPMs have gone up, tracking has become very complex, and now we work with third-party providers like OneTrack, for example, to really have a nice overview on how to track our ad performance. But I think Facebook and Instagram ads has become less sexy than it was before 2020.
And now there is TikTok.
Exactly. So TikTok has been increasing in importance and also in return on investment. So both channels are obviously important and necessary. So that's exactly the point. In 2020, I somehow realized for myself that I don't want to be the Facebook ads dude anymore. I want to be more like an omni-channel marketing expert. So what I did is I had my own courses on TikTok ads, I had my own courses on Google ads, my own courses on YouTube ads, my own courses on search engine optimization. But then after a couple of months, I learned that you cannot be the best in all of these areas, right? It doesn't really work that way. You cannot be good and then the number one expert in all of this. So what I then did is I put together the real experts from all the different areas. That's what we call our mastermind. With them together, we also wrote a book. That's the most sold marketing book in 2022 in Spanish and in German. Unfortunately, we don't have it in English yet. But there, for example, our masterminders, each and every one writes a different chapter. For example, I read one about Facebook marketing. Another person writes one about Google ads. Another one writes one about TikTok ads. Another one about native ads. One about augmented reality ads, so on and so forth. So that's what our mastermind is. Our mastermind is basically the Facebook ads expert, Patrick Wind, the Google ads expert, TikTok ads expert, whatever, as a conversion rate optimization expert. Now we've also I just came out of a call with someone who's really good in HubSpot, for example. So all of these people are in our mastermind, and yeah, we scale this now to become the #1 marketing mastermind in Europe.
Yeah. That's what I saw, because of course there are, the thing is that mostly of also our clients are working also with agency. And for example, in your mastermind, there are a lot of agency working with e-commerce, but in general, agency expert about different. Now with us, there is also Sean, our CEO. You know him really well, that joined in. Hello, Sean. And he was interesting on our talk, so he joined. So what to say? I was saying that about the agency and about everything, it's really common that also our client, let's start working with agency. But as you told, there are a lot of traffic engine like today where to go to advertise. Like as you say, the Meta before was also even harder between Instagram and Facebook. Now there is TikTok. But for you, what kind of business model should leverage TikTok traffic?
Well, on TikTok, obviously you have a similar phenomena than you had on Meta a couple of years ago. So to say that the CPMs are still cheaper, the audience is still a bit younger, and the attention span is typically very short. So these are the characteristics for TikTok. So you cannot have a really, really long attention span with one specific video. But these are phenomena that we also know from the Meta environment, right? So a couple of
Instagram maybe.
Exactly, especially Instagram. And then at the end, the market becomes more mature, it gets more saturated and stuff. And that's what happens on TikTok. TikTok is becoming more and more mature. And what does it mean? That means that on TikTok, a business model that you could wonderfully scale right now is obviously all sort of e-commerce that's related to fashion, all sort of e-commerce related to accessoires, skincare. These are all business models that I've been seeing scaling very successfully on TikTok, especially now in the last couple of months.
Yeah. Make absolutely sense. But what's the difference for you? I know that now, thanks to influencer, etc., like working, the people like e-commerce in general, not just working about traffic, so putting money in the ads, but they are using influencer marketing, etc. And what is the difference between Instagram and TikTok in this way? Like that it costs less, or what about this part?
Well, the beautiful part when it comes to TikTok is that it is much more user-friendly for the advertisers. So there are two things. that TikTok does that on Meta is very difficult to achieve. One is you have an official TikTok influencer platform where you can connect with people that are producers, like content producers there. So it's much easier to do influencer marketing on TikTok than on Meta, like on Instagram, for example. So that's one thing when it comes to organic growth and influencer marketing. It's easier to reach these people. And then when it comes to paid advertisement on TikTok, TikTok has customer support at a very high level when it comes to advertisers. Like they invite you to the headquarters. They really want to help you. Like on Meta, I don't know why they have ever made this decision, but they don't care about the small and medium-sized advertisers. Yes, if you're a big spender, you have your key account manager, you get invited, you get some material and all of these things. But if you're a small and medium-sized advertiser, let's say you spend less than $1 million per year, you don't have any attention from the Meta office, so to say. And that's completely different on TikTok. They really send you all the latest updates. So it's much easier for you to scale your business successfully on that platform.
Yeah. For example, to our best clients, we have because one of my best friend is a key account manager in Meta, so we provide them his help. But the problem is that, of course, you cannot get to everybody, because in Meta they have a lot of employees, but they are not too much to cover all of the people that are even spending 500,000 or 400,000 per year in Meta. Let's say that we can. I also helped clients smaller to get in contact with Meta to solve some bug, etc. Or some ban. But the thing is that they don't have a strong like reputation about it. About customer service, absolutely. And what are for you like the strategy, like your advice for 2024 about marketing, e-commerce marketing, but in general also about online marketing in 2024, if you want to sell something?
Yeah, I think the most important in 2024 is that we stop seeing paid advertising and organic performance as two different silos. So we either do some organic thing, we do some paid things, but we rather have to see them as something that works very nicely together, in a sense that you create some really nice organic contents, some really nice creatives that you also use in your ads, or that you run some ads promoting also some organic content. So it's more like something where 1 + 1 is not just 2, but it's actually like infinite source of power and source of revenue, so to say. So I really think for 2024, it's more important than ever to combine organic performance with paid performance.
Yeah. And do you see some new trend on I don't know, some new trend? The trend before was entering in TikTok, and it is also actual trend, but it's to say a new TikTok or something like this. I don't know. I try to let you say more things as possible.
Yes, something that I have been talking also about already the last Affiliate World Conference and also at Ad World once, is something that we call a zero friction funnel, which basically means be it Meta, be it TikTok, or be it Google, whoever, right? None of these platforms actually want that you steal their traffic, and also Amazon, right? They don't want that you take away the traffic from their website and bring it somewhere else. Okay, what they really want is that you have their customers, their users, as long as possible inside the platform. What does that mean? It means that formats like Instagram shopping, or obviously also ads on Amazon and stuff, are going to become more and more important, because at the end, these platforms, they want to maintain the user on their side. So if you're a typical e-com store that runs Meta ads and brings the traffic to your Shopify page, have in mind that this is not really what Mark Zuckerberg wants. What Mark Zuckerberg wants is that someone sees an ad on Instagram, they click on the product, they have the checkout directly on the platform, and they stay inside Instagram. That's what they really want. So what we want to do in 2024 is we want to plan wisely ahead as marketers and as e-com owners and really want to focus on this zero friction funnel where we maintain the traffic on the platform and not bring it somewhere else.
Yeah, make absolutely sense. Yeah, now there is also the TikTok shop, like it's not launched in worldwide, but of course, yeah, the platform they want you, like the social media, they want you keep inside, not going out to buy. Yeah, so absolutely would be the future for Instagram, for TikTok, for all the social network, the possibility to buy directly there. Yeah. Could be, but also we don't know because Facebook a few years ago was the best place. Now it still, but is not maybe the main. And in the future, we don't know, but maybe in 5 years, it will be another social network or something else, maybe related on AI or we don't know, artificial intelligence, who knows? Let's see also the future we cannot know, but yes, this is an immediate future like possibility, what you said, yeah, buying everything inside. And so also the organic part there is even more important because I have a strong page, I have a strong advertising skills inside this type of social network is really important. And how the people, how for example, our customer can be in contact or learn more about this topic maybe with you?
Yeah, thanks a lot for the question. What we have is a really nice Instagram channel. We have a really nice YouTube channel. So if you guys want to type into Google Patrick Wind, you're going to find all of these channels. You can also come to our website, patrickwind.com or AdsAccelerator.com. And there you also find all of these information about our mastermind, about the things we do, about the events, and also, of course, all the online content, like especially our YouTube channel. Yeah, we upload some of the replays from the last workshops. So you can really dive deeper into all of these contents. And yeah, I would be really happy to have some of you guys subscribed over there.
Yeah, of course, we will add some comments down the introduction, down the video. And what about, because we met in affiliate world, of course, you met also firstly Sean in the past, 5 years ago, really long ago. And now we are here together. You've been in many conferences around the world we've been to. And what attracted you like more to have a talk with us compared to our competitor? Because in every conference I see a lot of our competitors, but of course my feeling is that they are competitor, but it looks like we are more like international or something like this. But I want to hear your feeling when you had a talk with us, when we met in Ibiza, when we met around conferences, and what do you think about us?
Well, first of all, in 2019, when I met Sean at the AW conference in Barcelona, I was completely amazed that he came all the way from China for this conference. And he was such a nice and friendly person and with such a great conversation. And I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw him again this summer in Barcelona, and also met you, Matteo. And yeah, so first thing is that I'm very well that HyperSKU really understands the needs of the European entrepreneurs and what is actually important for European e-commerce entrepreneurs when it comes to the delivery and supply chain system in China. So that's the perfect link between these two cultures, between these two areas, and also the internationalization that you have is really impressive. So having you, Matteo, for example, as a native speaking Italian who speaks perfect Spanish and also perfect English, of course. So that really helps a lot to also have someone physically here, not just via Zoom, but someone who's actually physically also in Europe. I think that really makes a difference. So yeah, I strongly recommend working with HyperSKU. Plus, I've also seen many of our masterminders, developing different projects with you, starting working together with you, and all of them are super happy and really amazed.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, what I see, for example, is that in China there are a lot of China is like this. There are a lot of people doing our job, also copying us, copying our software, copying what are we doing, and also they are maybe some of them they are also good competitor. Most of the time, the problem is that they are just Chinese mentality, like closed there. And this is a problem because we are Chinese, of course. We have offices in Shenzhen, in Guangzhou. We are proud to be in China with our warehouse, with everything. The business is there, but we have a strong international team. We have me in Italy and Spain and south of Europe. There is now we hired also Julia for German. We have a strong team also in north of Europe. We have Israeli team, we have US team, you have Canada team, we have like a lot of people working international. So this is the really difference between a company that has an international view and can understand really the customer, because most of the time you are just a number for a Chinese company, because we are speaking about really big, really strong companies, really. And you are a number. Even if your store do 3 million, you are a number. Doesn't matter. In our view, it's totally different, because we want to go to all the conferences. We want to meet you. We want to keep in touch. We want to understand your problem, and also we want to solve it. And we are there. So we cannot escape. We cannot go away. And so, yeah, what it was my feeling is also when I've been in a mastermind, is that when I'm speaking with someone, they have the things like that, but in China. But finally, when you have someone like me going in China for you, come on, it's quite different. And after we will do also good dinner, we will speak about your products, we will see the brand, it's totally different. It's another relation.
Absolutely. So it's really important, as you said, like having someone from Europe here physically that you can, go for dinner, that you can have a relationship with. That's a complete different story. And I think that really makes a difference.
Yeah. And also the communication about everything is super important. You probably knows more than a lot of people that the communication is really essential, because if you want something by China, you think that, but it's not by China, it's in general about business. Now we are living like in an era where everything is digital. So if you see that this wallet costs €5, you think that €5 is the price, but it's not like this. Is in business, you have to negotiate the price, you have to know everything, you have to know the product, because the product is done maybe in 3 quality. So the first quality is a bad quality, the second quality is a medium quality, and after there is high quality. But how you can know? You think just €5, okay, I see that one at €10, and you take that one at 5, but maybe that one at 5 is terrible, and your client will be super upset. But if you have someone that can control it, can see it, can qualify the packaging, the conversation, the communication is really, really important. And when you can communicate with someone that speaks your language, but not just your language, I mean Italian and Italian, or English and English, or something like this, is I'm speaking about mentality. You can really grow faster. You know what you're selling, you know who is working with you.
Exactly. And it's not just about mentality, it's also like culture, right? So in Italy, quality, especially when it comes to these things, is perceived different than in Germany, than in Spain. So it's really great that you have this personalization, that you have someone in Israel, Julia now in Germany, you obviously in Spain, Italy, and south of Europe. So all of this really makes a difference. And I think you're doing an amazing job.
Yeah. That's really important for us. Anyway, it was a really good talk with you, Patrick. I think that your advice about 2024 in marketing would be really great. Maybe we can do also in the future, I don't know when, but maybe in the new year, doing a new maybe video in your language, in German.
I like
Maybe
it a lot.
Julia would be amazing. So let's see, and we will meet, of course, in the next mastermind soon.
Very good. Thank you.
Really thank you to being in this talk. I think our clients really have a lot to understand and to learn by what you say. And let's see, let's have a great 2024.
Thank you so much, Matteo. All the best, and have a great rest of the year. And let's scale 2024 to the moon.
Yeah, at least it's already Christmas, so it's finished, but this video will go for the next.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Sean is thank you by the chat.
Thank you, Sean. Have a good ride in the car. I think I saw you riding the car.
Yeah, he was driving. Okay, great. Thank you, Patrick.
Grazie mille. Ciao.